What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. And yes, round of applause for our Washington Commanders because we came out victorious against the New Orleans Saints, 20-19. It was a very um, close game, closer than what I anticipated us to, have as a score. I did not anticipate it to be a dogfight. But hey, as we all know, this is the NFL, and we know that this is the creme de la creme of sports, of football, of the highest, and you cannot take any Sunday for granted, and you can truly not have any uh, thoughts that your team would just come out and blow out the team that they're facing against, regardless of their record, regardless of how they've been playing all season. It's any given Sunday. And yes, yesterday showed us that, hey, man, we can't take no team as a joke. We can't take no team lightly. We knew that they was going to bring their A game as they did. But again, we came out victorious. But before we get into all the nitty gritties of yesterday's victory, hey man, make sure y'all smash this like button. Smash the like button, man. Make sure y'all like this video and make sure y'all drop a comment. Let me know, man, how y'all felt about the game. Let me know what your thoughts was, man. Did you like the offense? Did you like the defense? Did you know what I'm saying? How was you was you upset at that we allowed 19 points and that the game was only won by 1 point? Um, yeah, let me know how you feel, man, because at the end of the day, hey, we are entitled to feel how we want to feel as fans. And yes, even though I think most of us as fans really had this been a blowout, it wasn't. It was a 1 point victory. But guess what? A victory is a victory. And we are 9-5. Yes, I said it. We are 9-5, man. And I'm not ready to call it a successful year yet. Even though that is definitely in the bag as a successful year, but that I will save those remarks for the end of the season. Um, but yeah, man, I watching the Commanders came out and off of a bye week, and we looked sluggish. And I'm gonna start on the offensive side of the ball because um, just talking the game over with other Commanders fans, man. You just get different feels, and I tried not to watch other content creators or other analysts, take on the game before I come in, record for you guys and give y'all my take on how I felt about the game. Because again, I just don't want to be tainted. Not saying that I would, but I just want to, I just want to gather my own. I just want to put my own opinion of the game out there from what I saw while watching the game. And our offense looked sluggish. And again, I'm not saying that we look sluggish because we didn't put up 30 something points, or hey, some of it got to go to the Saints defense, man. They came in and played they stuck to their game plan, man. They stuck to the game plan, and it looked like our offense was back to its old ways, but it was moments where we moved the ball down the field, the red zone. We didn't capitalize on. Terry McLaurin and JD didn't capitalize on three deep balls. One of them you can say it was a pass interference that didn't get called, and I think that was the last deep ball where you could tell he overthrew the first two, and now this one he gonna put a little bit more air on it, and he underthrew that one, which he should have put that one out there. And it looked like it was a little bit of pass interference. It looked like the cornerback got there way early before the ball even got there. Um, but hey, it is what it is. He missed. He missed on those three. Jaden Daniels was 25 for 31, 226. Average 7 yards a throw, two touchdowns and zero interceptions. I know the big factor that everybody kind of tried to point out to was this number right here, and those were the sacks. And a lot of those were sacks that JD was scrambling and trying to gain yards, but ended up running out of the bounds, which ended up being a sack. They had not awarded 8 sacks wasn't awarded to defensive players. It was just categorized as a sack because he didn't make it past the line of scrimmage. So 65% QBR and 118, 119 rating. Dang, I'm sorry, y'all. But anywho, my bad. Something in my eye. I think he had a subpar game, man. I'm not gonna say he had the best game. Everybody was saying that he should have his best game ever been back in Louisiana. Because he played with LSU. Um, it's in the dome. It's not in the cold, so no elements that he had to prepare for. But bright lights and fans cheering his name and other fans booing his name. But anywho, I think he had a subpar game. Those three throws, if you ask me, man, those are two touchdowns, maybe two touchdowns that could possibly seal that game and give us the 30 points that we was looking for, or that I was looking forward to. And again, like I said, one he just overthrew him the first two times. He put too much. He ain't put enough air under there, and that's again. You can say we can all point this all to the bye week, but you would like to see one us get healthy, which we did. I would like to say we did get healthy. Two, and you will want to see that we capitalize on the Titans game where we put up what 20 to 30 something points. I forgot the score that game. But again, we scored 20. It was enough to get us by and get this victory. But again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that we are a better team than we were last week, because we just didn't put it out there on paper. The run game, and again, I'm gonna say this right here, and I might just have to take my glasses off right now because I don't know what's wrong with my eye. Yeah, I'm gonna take my glasses off. Yeah, but anywho, the run game was definitely there. 21 carries. I cannot say that we did not have enough rushing attempts. 21 is what I like to see from our team and us establishing the run game with 3.1 yards a carry. It just didn't seem like Brian Robinson could ever break one for a big gain or get one for a touchdown. We got down there to the red zone. We got down there to the 3-4 yard line, man, and again, this is my take on Cliff Kingsbury offense. I think it's very predictable at times. I wish it wasn't so predictable, but it is. To run a bootleg down on the goal line when you got it's, a runner that can ground and pound and actually get you 2 to 3 yards even at first contact. And again, do we give a shout out to the Saints defensive line for playing such a stout defense? Ridgeway, he was out there popping his shit, popping his gums. We seen the post, and again, shout out to Ridgeway, shout out to Chase Young, former Commanders, who Ridgeway didn't have a outstanding game like on a statistical side, but Chase Young ended up with what, one or two sacks. So he did his little flex after the second sack. Hey, major respect. Hometown would never disrespect that guy. He's a DMV native. He's part of the PG County community, and there's always gonna be love from this side. Would never throw any shade or hate towards that guy at all. But look, we ran a bootleg with Jaden Daniels. Man, put John Bates in the game, even though he came in because Zach Ertz got hurt. Even though he had an outstanding one-handed catch before getting hurt, I didn't think it was a concussion. I thought it was more of a shoulder injury. But prayers to you, my guy. I hope you good. Um, but yeah, you put John Bates there and put Benson out at the fullback, man. Hand the ball off, man. Hand the ball off and live with the results. Or go give me a QB sneak and try to get the first down. I think he got too tricky or tried to get too fancy at times. Where it's just like sometimes you gotta go back to old school football, man. Get up under the center, hand the ball off, and live with the results. Trying to get all cute and flashy, it sometimes it hurts you more than it helps you. You get what I'm saying? And in that game, man, I think that could have been a touchdown that we had, but JD also made a hell of a scramble. I thought he was about to fall. He slipped, put the ball down. I thought he was done. And ended up firing it into the end zone to Terry McLaurin, who collided with Brian Robinson for the first touchdown, and then came back and found him again for the second touchdown. And that was pretty much, I think, it from our offense. And then I think we kicked field goals, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm counting the points right. Yeah, we only scored 2 touchdowns and kicked 2 field goals. That's just not going to cut it, man. When you talk about being a good team, which I do classify us as a good team, I have been humbled. I am not going to sit here and say we are more than what I think we are. We are a good team. Some of the great teams, you see the type of work and type of production they put on the field week to week. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they want to have their lumps, but you've seen the work throughout the year of what some of these great teams are able to do. And again, we're a good team trying to become a great team. I think that there's still some roster overhaul that Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, and company would like to bring in to fully, be ready to call ourselves a great team. And then again, chemistry. We gotta put multiple years together and build this thing up. And I think we've come a long way, man. Again, doubling our wins from last year, only winning 4 games last year to winning 9. 9-5. Well, I don't know the last time I seen this team go 9-5, bro. I'm just being real with y'all. But we are 9-5. Shout out to JD. He's played a subpar game. I know he wish he had those three throws back, man, because those was game changing plays right there. Terry McLaurin taking the top off of the defense, which we haven't seen in a long time. And this year, he's having his best statistical year, closing in on 1,000 yards. I think he got 969 receiving yards, and your boy got 11 touchdowns. When the last time he had double-digit touchdowns? I don't even think he had one his whole career with us, but he's touched 11 touchdowns, playing phenomenal football, man. You just want that connection to kind of manifest and kind of grow. But again, just their first year together. I know we're in the week 15. You would think that they would have had that connection already because they have connected at moments during the regular season against other teams. But hey, it is what it is. We got to live with it. Take my hats off to that guy who's playing phenomenal football as a rookie. He also had 11 carries for 66 yards. Man, he ran the ball pretty well. He got out of bounds. He made a hell of a fourth down conversion. Again, I would love to see that boy hold on to that ball. But again, that was a crap. I ain't gonna be too picky. Terry McLaurin, 7 catches, 73 yards, 2 TDs. He should have had over 100. I think I seen somebody say, man, this the game that he gonna get at 150. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he got 2 of those deep balls, that's 150 easy. That's almost 200 yards. But then again, hey, how was we going to answer with the loss of Noah Brown? And I like to say we did pretty good. 3 catches from Zacchaeus, 36 yards. And then we had 3 catches from Diami. He had a couple, I think, end rounds that he took for pretty nice games. And again, the play calling, man, I just want to see us give some different looks, man. Like again, the run game, it was a lot of counters. We ran the counter play like 3 or 4 times. If you want to motion Terry McLaurin down in the red zone or at any point in the game and motion him back, why not one time just hand it off to him? Give the defense like one look of like handing it off to him, like toss it to him, something. Or if you motion him out, get him the ball right away. Let's see what he can do in space. Like it was like the first time you saw it, you're like, oh, okay, all right, we motioned to. Bam, he ran it minimum gain. And then he did it again. I'm like, all right, at least, all right, hand it to him this time. Nope, he did it again. It became so predictable that you just knew what, even though the motions was going, it was like you already know like what to expect out of the play. And again, that's all my only gripe with Cliff Kingsbury. Again, I also, and maybe he don't have the personnel to run that heavy ground and pound, run game. Maybe he wants some bigger guys out there, and we just don't got that right now, or we still just trying to, maybe this is all a testing year for our run game. But Anthony Lennon, hey man, I've seen what you did with the Chargers in that run game, man. I don't know if you need to go ahead and knock on Cliff door, like, hey bro, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and dice up some run plays for you, man, that I think could be successful. Because again, I think that we could have a successful run game but it's just the run play designs is just I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, that's enough talking about the offense, man. Let's go ahead and get into the defense, who I think. Hey, man, major shout out to Mike Sanders still, boy. I'm starting to see what Nick Saban was saying about Mike Sanders still. Like, we got the best defensive player in the draft. I'm starting to believe it. He is starting to show that, hey, I made a play nickel cornerback for Michigan and Harbaugh, but nah, bro, I'm an outside corner. The dude is physical. I don't want to hear nothing about his height. I don't want to hear nothing about his stature. Like, the dude is physical. He is the epitome of arriving violently, playing that violent style of football that Joe Witt has been preaching and Dan Quinn has been preaching from defense. Like, he definitely looked like a safety sometimes. I'm not saying he's striking Bammers, but that Bama don't have no problem coming in and tackling, man. I seen one play, he didn't have no receiver on his side. He came in and fit the run like he was a safety, like he was Jeremy Chin. Oh, prayers up to Jeremy Chin. Um, that was a crazy hit by Dirk Force to knock out two players in one play. Um, yeah, man, major prayers up to you, man. Hope you good. I don't know if we're gonna see you next week, but that was a crazy hit, man. You could just see his whole body just went limp. No Diddy though. But yeah, man, major shout out to Mike Sanders still, who's been playing great. And I'm just gonna say this: our draft class this year, man. If you telling me that we hit on 4 of the 7 picks, I think that we had, Johnny Newton, who was playing, I mean, yeah, it's not going to show on the stat sheet a lot, but seeing this dude, run fit, actually, play the passing lanes like how he has been playing it, um, man, like, you would have thought we lost a whole lot with Jonathan Allen going out. I'm not saying he's Jonathan Allen at all. I know some people got their issues with Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne because they getting paid top tier D tackle money, but the stats ain't showing up behind it. I understand. I don't. Hey, look, y'all ain't got no argument from me here. But anywho, Johnny Newton, Mike Sanders, still, Jaden Daniels, Brandon Coleman. That's 4 players. You telling me that we didn't hit on 4 players? I'm not saying that they're great, but the type of to have 4 rookies playing well and making plays. Mike Sanders still caught a pick. He could have had 2 of them things. He broke on that second one. Hey man, you gotta tip your hat off to AP and Dan Quinn and company and the recruiters that we had out there recruiting this year. It makes you like go into the next offseason like, man, if we get 4. Shit, give me 3 more next year. Like, just give me 3 guys that can. I mean, you want 4 again, but and again, we still got Luke McCaffrey, who is still scratching the surface as being a receiver, previously playing quarterback. Who else we got out there? Jordan McGee, who's hey, he got some bump. He got some bump yesterday out there on 1 or 2 plays, I want to say. Who else? Am I missing somebody? Ben Sinat. Like, he's been showing that he's been a phenomenal blocker for us, and some of these run plays that Jaden Daniels has had. Even McNichols benefited off of some of the blocks that he had. Austin Eckler. But he's showing that he can block. Now let's see if he can get out there and catch. He had a catch yesterday. I think he had a catch today too. But again, our rookie class, man, is showing that, hey, we got a guy at the upstairs and all front office that's going to bring in some ballers, and I can only tip my hat off to AP and company. But anywho, our defense, man, Mike Sanders still playing lights out football. Frankie Louvu, god dang boy, you almost had your pick. Dorrance Armstrong, I gotta give you your props, man. I know I've been talking about you the last couple of videos because of the type of money we gave you and the type of contract you got. I mean, I thought you had 2 sacks, but it was only 1. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Your name, I seen your number in a lot of plays yesterday. So major shout out. I mean, I know you got 4 sacks now. You had 3.5 or whatever it was. I think you got 1.5. But yeah, you got a total of 4 sacks. Hey man, major shout out to 92, man. I will say this, man. I still don't think we have the pass coverage linebackers. Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wag, great run stopping, blitzing linebackers. Never going to take that away from them. But I don't know if it's just the depth that they expect them to get. But man, you would want to see our linebackers. And again, I'll give Frankie Louvu his credit because he had a play. He almost had 2 plays to where he almost had a pick. One just went over his head, just a little bit over top his head. I mean, out of him jumping up for it. But then he also had the pick that he dropped. So I want to see us better and do better in pass coverage. But again, I gotta give the defense they props, man. They played a pretty good football game. They did not hurt themselves. The only person that hurt themselves, and I'm going back to his number. I'm not calling his name no more. Hey, bro, I see why you only had 3 snaps. 25 had, 2 to 3 snaps, if that. And on one of the snaps, your man gets an illegal, he grabbed the face mask trying to press up. And I'm just like, bro, how do you come in on a key 3rd down and fuck up that and you fuck up that? Like, you already was limited on how many snaps you had. And you come out, my man always told me you gotta make the best of the opportunities you got. And that man, he ain't got it. I expect him to see him inactive this week. We might as well go ahead and reactivate Michael Davis. We might as well, bro, because he's not giving us nothing, man. And again, I'm not going to hop on this. I still don't think that Emmanuel Forbes could have did any worse than what the fuck Benjamin St. Juste was doing. I'm just going flat out saying I said his last name. 25 was doing. I don't think he would have gave us anything. At best, you got a rookie second-year player that you can just try to work on his technique, try to put some more weight on him, and maybe year 2 or 3. I mean year 3, if he's still making some of those same mental mistakes, then you get rid of him. But again, I think but now you have to say, our two corners. And also, man, shout out to Marshawn Lattimore, man, who made his first debut with the team. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. I'm a little skeptical because again, I don't know what to say about my man because again, he didn't get tested. They didn't even look his way. The first quarterback, what was Cuz's name? I forgot his name. That's his name. Jake, Lord Jakey. He didn't look to that left side at all. And Spencer didn't look to the left side either. It was literally, we're going to go over to this right side, and that's it. They did not throw that ball to the left-hand side. I don't know if that's just a testament to how great of a cornerback he has been in his career with the Saints, and they know what he can do. But, yeah, they did not pick on my guy. They did not pick on my guy at all. So he had 40, 50-something, I think 30-something snaps and no targets. He didn't get no bump. His jersey was just as bright and white as it was when he put it on and came running out into the field for the game. But major shout out, we was able to get my man a W going back to his old stomping ground. So major shout out to the team. Major shout out to everybody. Again, guys, I don't know, man. I cannot sit here and say that we proved anything or got better. Only thing I can say is that, man, we still even. We still even kill right now, man. You kind of want to see our offense take that next level up and play a little bit better. But hey, it is what it is, man. We're gonna get into a couple of little bookmarks that I set up just to see. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this bum. Look at this, y'all. Look at this bum, y'all. Whoop! Got caught. Grabbing the face mask. Look at that. Come here. Bro, all you really had to do was just stab. Like, just jab right there and live with the results. Sometimes you got to make the receiver react. Sometimes you got to be the aggressor. Sometimes you got to make the first move. Like, it seemed like you sat there and wait for the double move to happen, and then when you got caught inside, then you tried to hold him. Like, bro, jam him first. Like, be the first one. Be the first one. Hands on him. God dang, boy. Jesus. Then we got Mike Sanders still.
Come on, turn around.
Hey, pause.
The shoes.
Don't tell him, man, turn around like that. Stop it.
With the jeans.
Where's the snipes?
What the Rockaway jeans? With the hat, the Kango.
Where's the snipes?
Come on, man. It's that overseas.
Uncle Bunny.
35 coverage snaps, 0 targets, 0 completions, 0 yards. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a fan. I'm a Commanders fan day in and day out. I ain't that motherfucking scared. Hey, you want shit, nigga? You gonna have to pick me off. Fuck that. I am not ducking no wreck. I am not ducking no wreck. Not ducking no bump. And this my man getting this pick. This is in Spanish. Yeah, we gonna mute that. I think that's when they pulled Jake. And here go my man JD with the scramble. And he fucked up 90 though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Watch this. Come here. Stop. Back out. Whoop! Made that nigga touch the ground. Made that man touch the ground. Hey. Oh, man. But yeah, man, major shout out to the Commanders, man. We did what we were supposed to do. We took care of business. We came out, we went on a business trip and came out with a 1-point victory. Major shout out to everybody. Again, hopefully we can get healthy. And not having Biotish did hurt us, man. I think because he's our signal caller and for our O-line, he calls out a lot of the blitzes and stunts that potentially is going to come. I ain't know he had an illness. I ain't see no illness. He must have ate some bad gumbo over there. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. My man wanted some gumbo, and y'all gave my man a bad batch of gumbo and had my man calling Earl and delivering UPS packages out his ass. But yeah, man, major shout out to the squad, man. We 9-10. We got Philly up next. Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. I don't even care if we lose. But I'm not going to duck no record and say I don't want to play them niggas again. Like 3 times. If we got to play them in the playoffs, man, fuck it. Bring it on, man. It's like, nah. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.